Hello everyone, Phoenix61 here with your Legend Shenanigans for the day. How is it going? Couple of games for you here. This Hyuga one ends up being pretty quick, but it was a good time, so we're going to show this one. Right, I just recently got this from a crate, I think. Basically a premium variant of Fuso, right, your regular Japanese Tecra line battleships. You do get a reload booster here is the nice thing on this ship, so we'll put that to good use. No destroyers here in this game, so this is going to be tons of fun having all of these cruisers to go up against, right? So we'll let her rip here. Let's push up and see what we can find to shoot here. Got a Chumpin. We're not going to be able to hit him. California. It's going to probably take it always takes a while to bring a California down. We'll take the shot at him. It's kind of the only one we've got at the moment here. Solid 1,061 damage. Have you ever seen a salvo so big? He looks like he's looking our way, so we'll turn in a little bit here. See if we can do a little bit better with this second salvo here. Might be worth shooting HE at him. And another California. Great. 2 Californias in a division. Leander, but we've got lots of cruisers here, and so we've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 ships pushing around this flank, so once we kind of get close to popping around the corner here, we're going to just basically make a full-blown U-turn so that we can be angled away as we start engaging these guys too, right? And we know Leander for sure, I think Chumpin, right? Some of these cruisers have pretty decent range with torpedoes as well, so we don't want to just completely push into them, especially with 2 Californias out there, right? They'll go through us pretty quick.
Can I get some fire support here?
And so spotted here. Should be able to shoot Leander in the face. He did turn a little bit there for me, which was not actually helped him out. Right, and so now we're going to start turning away. We know these guys got torpedoes. We don't want to be broadside to all the battleships either, right? So we'll turn away. We'll do a little bit of kiting. Get a dev strike on the Chumpin there. And yeah, I think Leander's probably pushing up because he probably wants to try and get within range of using his torpedoes. I think it's like 8 or 10 kilometers for that ship, right? And so with us moving away, he's got to get pretty close. So yeah, he's going to try and drop his smoke here. We should have a good shot though. See if we can get rid of him. Another devastating strike for him. And now we've got lots of healthy battleships to deal with here, but they've lost most of their ships on their team, save 1 cruiser over on the A flank still. So I did switch over to HE, see if we can start burning these guys down. We're mixing and matching of all of which turrets are ready versus not here at this point now too. Just want to try and trigger a fire on him and then we'll move to the next guy, right? Still nothing. Another damaged turret there for us. Getting a little low on health, right? We're kind of left ourselves alone over here, so it was all kind of part of the plan, right? This is why we were, we thought ahead is to start kiting away right as we engaged those ships. So we knew we were outnumbered over here, right? It's just a time game, just to kind of entertain these guys, whittle them down as much as you can until the rest of your teammates are able to come over and help. Dunkirk looks like he's getting low. See if we can give him some fires. Try not to give up too much angle to these Californias, but like I said, like these are the ones that are taking a while to bring down here. We'll keep working through them. Right at the edge of the map here, we're getting a little bit of distance here, right? We've got pretty accurate guns on this ship at range, so I don't mind the getting far away from them. There we go. There we get a fire finally. Of course, somebody else finishes them off and gets the kill. We could technically YOLO, right? We got the game won now. We could turn into them and just go for it, right? It's not a big deal if we lose our ship here at this point. So I'll slow down at least, right? We're able to get all the turrets on target at the moment, right? So this is a pretty good shot. So we'll just keep shooting HE since he's bow in. There's another fire finally. I don't think we have the greatest fire setting chances on this ship, so it's more like I've built more into the AP shells, right? But when they're just these tanky ships like this that are not giving you the perfect broadside shot, you kind of have to. And another fire there for the kill finally on that one. And then, yeah, like I said, we've got a Hsienyang game after this as well to go through. We'll take a peek at the leaderboard. We do get second place there, walked away with some cash. That's always nice. And then we'll jump right into this game, right? We are in the Delta Cap here. We do have the deep water torpedoes with Hsienyang. You gotta always kind of keep that in mind. We can't hit destroyers. And someone trips their radar on us, so I'll just stop and hang out behind this island here. Must be the Bagraton, right? Whatever that Soviet ship, that Soviet cruiser is, right? So we'll just stop here, so that way no one's got a shot at us until that radar is gone, and then maybe we move out, right? The zone is contested, so I'm guessing we're gonna have to deal with a destroyer somewhere here at this point. We do have our own radar to help work on that. So we'll trip that, and sure enough, there is the Z-23. And the other destroyers over here as well got close enough to us to get spotted by our radar also, it looks like it. Look at the mini-map there. And then I took a shot at him, and it did get us spotted there, so we'll back up, but kind of hoping I was hoping it scared them away and that they're not interested in the zone anymore, but one of these, yeah, we've got a battleship around the flank as well here, too, to deal with. But yeah, one or both of these destroyers moved back into the zone. And like I said, it's always frustrating we can't hit them with our own torpedoes. I'm going to take it right. This has to be a cruiser or a battleship. I think it was a battleship that's around this corner here. So we could anticipate him showing himself soon and send torpedoes out around the corner. Yeah, it's the cruiser. Okay. So that's who radared us before. And then we've got the Iowa here plus the 2 destroyers. Okay. So for this, right, I'm just kind of hanging. It's kind of nice that we've got a couple, like the 2 battleships moving in. They're being a little aggressive, but it's going to be good for us because we can kind of use them as cover. If we do get spotted by destroyers, they should help out. But yeah, we'll use torpedo reload booster to try and finish off this cruiser here. See if we can get some hits, and we do. So that gives us first blood. That's huge for us to have him gone. He's probably our biggest threat, right, with radar, sonar, and then the 2 destroyers here backing him up. So we'll go back into the zone and see if it's contested still. We could potentially be the one to spot these destroyers. We've got other ships here. If they help shoot, we might be able to take them out here. Torps from the cruiser. Yep, we are getting the zone, so we should be able to cap this, so that'll be nice. And we'll keep pushing out. Pushing through. Then we do get spotted. I'm going to call it out. Hopefully someone's paying attention. Right, I don't have the best concealment here. Since the Iowa shot at somebody else, right, I'm going to take advantage and we'll just shoot him. I'm just going to keep moving in this direction, right? Because we know our concealment's not as good, right, as whoever's picking us up. Man, that is great. He's at like 5 kilometer range concealment, probably. Yeah, we'll just keep pushing up to find out where he is, right? We'll just keep heading in that same direction that we were when we got spotted. And sure enough, we picked him up. So, triggered him to use a smoke, but I'm not going to risk it and go in there. Right, we'll save our ship. We lost one of our battleships over here that was helping us out in B. It's kind of what I was saying. It's a little risky to be in the zone that early in the game as a battleship, especially with 2 destroyers over here. And then we'll send our torpedoes through. These are for the Iowa, obviously, not for the destroyer, since we can't hit the destroyer with the deep water torps. And nice radar from somebody. Oh, that would be me. Right, we're just picking up the destroyer.
Torpedoes astern.
I was kind of hoping he would still be in that smoke, so we'd be able to shoot him, right? We would potentially have free reign shooting him, but it looks like somebody else is. The other destroyer must be over here somewhere picking us up as well. There he is. Torpedo hit on the Iowa. They're trying to use their own smoke screen against them, but yeah, somebody else's. That other destroyer must be spotting us. It's fine. We're getting a little low on health, so we'll try ducking and weaving and moving away from this situation. We've got the zone capped, though, so that's going to be beneficial for us for points. Z-23 ran aground, so he's going to have to back up. We have the Iowa flooding, so he goes down. Still both enemy destroyers left, though. We'll go hang out with this Atlantico. He's low on health. See if he's got will to rebuild. Oh, there's the other destroyer on the mini-map, right? So we might be able to... Yeah, it's a Jaeger. Okay. Might be able to move out, spot this other battleship for our Atlantic, for the Atlantico here, and basically he would have free reign to shoot. We'll send the torps as we get them. Space them. Always nice to space them out a little bit. That way you can trigger floods. There's the Z-23. That's my lack of patience sometimes, right? If I would have just given him a second to react to being spotted, right? Like, I wouldn't have missed with that salvo. I'm like, oh, he's standing still. Shoot him. You know? And Roma's got the rolling smoke, so he's going to use that. That's going to actually help us out more than it's helping him out. Because now both destroyers are gone. He's sitting in the smoke, and we can actually see him, and he can't see us, so... and he disappears, right? So he's basically what's happening is he's suffering from that smoke firing penalty, right? We do get a torpedo hit there with the flood. We'll see if that sticks. Right, so if he fires his guns, we're close enough that he's going to get spotted because of his smoke firing penalty. Our smoke firing penalty is way tiny, so we can actually get really close to him. That is a rolling smoke. You can see it creeping into the zone here, so we know which way he's headed. We use the torpedo reload booster, so we've got them loaded, and see if we can get them off before he wastes us. He must have target acquisition on, right, since he spotted us before we spot him as we come in, but we had enough health to survive to get at least one rack of torps off, so we'll see if these finish him. Oh no, we did get 2. We did get them both. So there he goes, right? This was a good fun YOLO push for the win at the end there. Why wouldn't you do that, right? Get this game over with. 101,000 damage. We'll see what the leaderboard looks like. 7 torpedo hits, 3 kills there. Plus the solo, they get to give us the solo captured on the zone too. So we should have a pretty decent XP score for this one. And yep, 2,800 XP. I would have thought it would have been a little bit more, but we did get the top spot there and walked away with 250k in silver. So we'll go through the build for this ship. Right, I'm running aiming system. I more so build into the guns, right? Propulsion mod, concealment. Just because if you do get in those gunfights with other destroyers, right, your guns are the only thing that you've got. We actually still are working through the upgrades for this one. I need another 3,800 XP for that last one, or for that second to last one, whatever that was, right, till we unlock the next ship. Right, and kind of a mixed bag here for inspirations. I actually went with torpedo range on one, which not a lot of people do. But yeah, sea detectability, torp range here. I know a lot of folks like perceptive, right? That's their go-to, right? But I went for the range here. You could also do back in stock for the better reload. And then we're using his Knuckle Duster perk here, which gives you a better... Your torpedo is better concealment, basically, right? So they're harder to spot in the water. And then Unstoppable is my go-to for your legendary perk, right? And then you could do smoke on this ship as well, right? So I've been kind of playing around with radar, since you don't get a lot of... Not a lot of destroyers have radar, right? So it is valuable, but it is kind of a pretty hefty trade to give up your smoke screen. So you kind of got to balance that too, right? But that's going to be our video for the day, guys. Thanks so much for watching all the way through here. If you're still hanging out, really do appreciate it. Make sure you're following the channel. Make sure you subscribe. That helps me out. Especially since I'm a smaller channel. I do actually notice 1 or 2 new people subscribing here and there. So I appreciate you. And then, yeah, if you're interested in live streams, I do occasionally do them. It's a little bit random. It's a little, usually later in the evenings. I am Central Time in the US. So if you're interested in that, I would suggest pushing the notifications button for my channel, and you'll see it pop up when I schedule a live stream, but it's really like I schedule it like 15 minutes before I'm about to hop on. So, but, yeah. So thanks again. We'll see you guys next time.